I'll change that thumbnail later. Go live.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just getting everything set up and propped up. And we are live. There you go. Good to go, Sean.
We are good to go.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me pull this up real quick because I had.
Good morning, good afternoon. Slow that down. Got a lot of exciting news today for everybody.
All right, perfect. We are live. Welcome everybody. We are we changed the time to 12 o'clock because we figured that it would be a little bit easier with everybody on lunch break. But I am Sean. I'm the host for the show, and my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, to my left, Mr. Carey. How are we doing?
Great, great.
Excellent. We got a pretty cool show lined up for you today. We're going to talk about the new changes that recently happened on Thursday of last week with our friends up in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I want to let you guys know, if you have followed us on Instagram, Facebook, you subscribe to our podcasts on wherever you listen to podcasts, whether that's Apple iTunes, I was going to say Shopify, Spotify, and Google Play. Screenshot it, let us know, come in, and we will hook you up with one of these t-shirts. We're both rocking these today. Join the family, agreenrelief.com/get started to get your medical marijuana license. Get approved in less than a week. Oftentimes it's about 5 days.
Yep.
So, like I said, we got a pretty cool show lined up for you today. We were going to actually talk about it we talked a little on Friday, but we had our guest, our patient, Miss Michelle.
Yeah, Miss Missy Moo.
Miss Missy Moo.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Shout out to Missy Moo. And if we had a mascot, it would be her. She is so passionate. That's the only way to describe what she was talking. It was just passionate and just truth. All right, so basically, Florida Senate approves a bill that allows smokable marijuana. Okay, so now
Smokable. That means the actual bud.
the actual flower. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't have to tamper with it. We don't have to go into oils or anything like that. It is the original, just how nature intended.
The way God created.
Yep, that's right. And so that was on Thursday.
Yep.
And so, we had actually Ron DeSantis, who is our governor, gave Florida Senate up until March 15th to come up with a solution for this, because just a little backstory. Everyone voted on this, I think 2 years ago, was it correct? And it was overwhelming. It was 71%, I believe, that wanted that wanted medical marijuana to include flower.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for whatever reason, I'm not sure, but our former governor, Mr. Rick Scott, wanted to appeal that. I don't know if he had constituents he was trying to.
Well, I can tell you one of the reasons why, because once you introduce smoking marijuana, like the state has, without proper education, you can now have patients saying, hey, I have anxiety, I have PTSD, and I want to get marijuana to help me. Great, these all conditions will help us. But when they get the marijuana and they start smoking the tobacco papers, you end up saving anxiety, taking care of your PTSD, but then you end up getting lung cancer in the process. So I believe, that's my professional and personal opinion, that we need to get education behind it.
Yep. That's
a major reason why we're opening up the world's first ever medical smoke shop. Everything's hemp-based. I'm not even going to get a tobacco license. I'm not going to go through bongs. I'm not going to go through water pipes. Listen, I'm not here to get you high. We're here to get you medicated, and we're here to get you help. We'll have the batteries. We'll have all the hemp papers, the Cheech and Chong's, Allen Brand, you name it, Bob Marley papers. But we're going to do it the right way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is you have, like we say almost every episode, you have people that get into this who are surface level. They see, they see whatever advantage they can find in this industry, but they're not educating the people about what's going on.
Yeah.
And especially like this, I was talking to somebody yesterday And they said, oh, they passed, the flower now. I guess it's completely legal. I was like, well, I mean, if you have a medical marijuana license or a card, then yes, but it's not recreational. There's a big distinction between the two.
Yeah.
And that was actually the senators voted. It was 34-4 in favor of the bill that would allow all of this smokable marijuana, which is great.
I wonder if the 4 people who voted against, or even 3 people who said yeah, is that public information? Anybody knows? Let us know.
Yeah, there was actually. Let me see. There was one. Okay, so there was one senator. Her name's Senator Kelly Stargill. Stargill?
Kelly Stargill.
Is it Stargill?
Stargill. Stargel.
That's right. Yeah.
I heard about Miss Kelly Stargill before.
Have you?
Before we talk about it, actually, go ahead.
Really? Good
Yeah.
things, right?
No.
well, actually, I say this because she was saying she believes it's actually a gateway drug, and she was uncomfortable with the fact that it was, going to be more than just oils and tinctures and things like that.
Yeah.
However, the thing I like about what Ms. Kelly said is that this is what Florida voted on, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to have this pass through. So she voted for it, even though she didn't believe in legalizing the flower part. So, which is a good thing, and that's essentially what we've put them in Tallahassee for. Is we want to make sure that these people are passing the laws that we voted for, and she did that. Which maybe she voted on some other things that weren't necessarily conducive to this, but she made the right decision. She said, quote, "I think we need to take these things very seriously, and I don't like the position we are in today." She said, for that, in the given situation we are in today, I think the responsible thing to do is to vote for the bill. So she essentially said, hey, I know that I don't necessarily agree with it, but she voted for it anyways. That was what the people wanted, and that's what we put her in there for. Now, a couple of rules.
So we put her in there to say what we want. So okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, I processed that. All right. I just want to make sure.
But we kind of touched on that last, I don't know, probably I think it was Thursday of last week. We were thinking if it was a gateway drug, right? And you brought up a good point. I didn't think it was, and you made some very valid points, and you definitely changed my mind on that. Remind people why you think it's a gateway drug, because you're a huge advocate of this, obviously.
Yeah. Non-proper education. You know what's really crazy? All of us has the friend that's, I can say Thursday, but I just thought about it. Like, all of us has a friend that's a pothead. We're in high school, the kid who first smoked, the kid now who's 30, 35, still in mom's bedroom, so I'm like, all shits and giggles society, man.
Mm-hmm.
We can all relate to him.
Yeah.
My friend name is James. James has always been that way. He's been a stoner boner all day.
Hey, great guy though.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, I love him.
I'm sure.
But honestly, now seeing and understanding as a grown man, understanding this shit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If marijuana wasn't there, he would have been on Adderall. That would have then put him on clonazepam. It would have put him on then some sort of sleeping medication. But some Ambien to start off at least.
Yeah. But
then that would have been it. He would have had to get a job. He would have. It would have been different. That's just my personal opinion that I've seen myself.
Yeah. But
definitely, without proper education, marijuana can and will be a gateway drug because you get high from marijuana. What's next? LSD.
Yeah, well, I mean, shoot, even LSD. I mean, I don't even think that's as bad as it's cracked up to be. You start looking at some of the things that they're doing. I think out in Oregon or Washington State, where they're helping with PTSD with doses of LSD, psilocybin, even MDMA.
Yeah.
A lot of promising things, but again, they're taking it slow, and that's
great. It's smart though.
It is, yeah. I mean, they're doing it under clinical studies, and they're trying to do it slowly.
Wait. I think we just ran past that. They're doing LSD treatment on patients under clinical studies.
Yeah.
And marijuana is legal in at least 20 plus states. Well, not great medical. And they haven't done one clinical study yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder why that is.
I would assume that it's more so it's a political agenda, right?
Yeah.
You know, that you have to look at, you know, it's been in this negative light for so long due to just propaganda, you know, like reefer madness and everything like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that just like what Ms. Kelly said, that it is a gateway drug. I think anything can be a gateway drug, but I think now people are just kind of getting antsy and wanting it to be legal and to be available. Like, I mean, you talk to some of these older folks, you know, that are a generation or two ahead of us, and you know, it's either or. They either don't like it at all, or they think it's so stupid that we still have this this system where it's only medical, or it's not even legal in some states. You know, it's just a political agenda. But I think at the end of the day, it's good that it's a good start that we have right now. We're moving in the right direction, and there are a couple of rules. And I want you to talk about last time. You said up to 2 ounces can be purchased every 35 days.
Yeah. Patients can possess up to 4 ounces at a time. So that's kind of crazy. You can buy up to 2.5 ounces in 35 days.
Yep.
So that's about 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Now, originally, I thought this was a lot, 2.5 ounces.
It's not.
And you broke it down. Break it down again, because that can be an intimidating amount, especially for somebody that's never smoked.
I'm going to put it somewhere, right? We'll get it.
Let me go grab a pen.
Okay, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll break it down for everybody, and we'll put it on there, and we'll let everybody understand how kind of not smart this law is. So an ounce is 28 grams, correct?
Yeah.
So anybody at home, we're going to do some math together. So if it's 28 grams per ounce, and you're allowed to get 2.5, so we're going to do 28 divided by 2, and that's 14. Sorry, correct. So that's 14. So we're going to understand that 0.5 means 14 grams, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that 28 grams equals 1 ounce. So we're going to do 14, which is that 0.5.
Half an ounce.
Half an ounce plus 28 plus 28 again. That's 70.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that's 70 grams that you can purchase at one time.
Every 35 days.
You know what's pretty cool too? I just thought about. You know what else is a 70 number in this, in the medical marijuana equation? You really don't know, huh? 70-day recommendations. Your script is good for 3 70-day recommendations. They made where you could purchase 70 grams at one time. Let me ask you this, coincidental or not? We're going to do 28 times 2, 56 plus 14, 70.
There you go. That's a gram a day.
Yeah. So 1 gram a day. So everybody out there could understand this. 1 gram equals out to 1 blunt. 1 roll, 2 hits from a bong.
Yeah.
That's how it wraps out to be. Inhalation, I don't care how stoned or not stoned you've ever been, or how medicated you've been or not been. You go from 0 to being medicated off of cannabis, your maximum exposure time is 4 hours. So that means you wake up at 8 a.m., take a shower, brush your teeth, get everything done, take your medication at 9, you're at work, you're great. Now guys, at 1:30, you're done.
Yep.
What happens next, guys?
You still have another 4 or 5 hours before you can get home.
Yeah. Now let's do it on the flip side. That's 70 grams, right? Can't do a gram a day. It worked out to be what, a week and a half of no medication?
Yeah. And that's a long time if you have serious debilitating issues.
It doesn't make any sense. They were smart when they did this, though. Very, very smart. You only could purchase 2.5 ounces at one time, but they didn't give you a limitation on how many pre-rolled cigarettes cannot have hemp or tobacco products. Now, dispensaries can sell the flower form or pre-rolled cigarettes and no pipes. So it was smart when they said no pipes. I understand that part.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
But you give no limitations on how many little rolls you could buy. So that's saying $10 a gram. So instead of you go out there, you buy your 2.5 ounces, right?
Mhm.
Now you can go ahead and buy each gram. They might sell a pre-roll blunt for $20. That's crazy, guys.
When you can, if you wanted to, I mean, there are certain strains that are maybe more expensive. You know, maybe $12 a gram or $15
Yeah,
a gram.
I
you
went
know?
to Vegas. My cheapest, I built some out there. The cheapest, shout out to Pizzo, by the way. The cheapest gram out there is $8.50 pre-roll. You get your cabbie cones at like $30. The cabbie cones have they get the hashish, they got everything in there.
Yeah, like
Not the
that.
hemp, I'm sorry. The oh my jeez, I'm not even blank. The ends at the grinder, the bottom parts.
Keef.
Yeah, the keef. There you go. It's keef. Yes, hashish. I say right.
Yeah,
There you go.
hashish.
They didn't give you a limitation on that, so you can roll and you can purchase whatever you want, and a person can purchase up to 4 ounces at a time.
Well,
Until they can sell 2.5.
they can possess 4 ounces at a time.
Because that's sorry, the purchase.
Yeah, possess 4 ounces at a time. I mean, when you break this all down, I mean, if you think about how many pills, you know, it's absolutely crazy how many pills people are taking each day with all of the medication that you can get hooked on. And again, I go back to my fitness background, and when I was working with people who are just getting into fitness or anything like that, you have to take it very slow, and you got to know exactly what people are on, what medications can affect their blood pressure, their heart rate. And it's interesting to see when you talk to people, as soon as they get on one blood pressure medication or some kind of something for their heart or whatever the case may be, it is almost clockwork. They're going to get on like another one, they're going to get on another one, and all of these medications just kind of compound, and they have this almost like these side effects that require another piece of medication.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, your doctor says, hey, listen, you're going to take 2 of these each day. Then you get some side effects, and then he says, well, I'll tell you what, I can write you a script for another thing. You take another 2. Next thing you know, you're taking freaking 10 pills a day. You've got your, like every old person I see has those little dividers with the days.
Pill dividers.
Yeah, and they're chock full of just random pills.
So I'm asking a question. What's the difference between a patient walking around with a pill divider or a patient walking around with a bag of goodies?
There's no difference.
It's a huge difference.
Well, I'm
Pills
saying
kills you, but we still got to walk around with that medication though.
that. Well, I'm just saying it. Regardless, like if somebody's taking pills or they're taking the like gummies or tinctures or flour, whatever the case may be, it's medication.
Yeah.
You still have you got to take it regardless.
I wonder if there's a patient out there, because Terra has patches, high THC, high CBD patches. I wonder if we have a couple messages on the screen too, I don't know, but I wonder if their patches, they only take that. If they start their morning off with the patches, they end the day with the patches. They go to sleep with their patches. Then I want to see how that works. The patches onset is between 30 to 45 minutes start feeling effect, and the duration is between 8 to 12 hours. So technically, if we're doing some pen and paper type work here,
Yeah.
that would be 2 a day. At $10 a day, that's $20 a day. I don't know.
What? How soon will it happen?
No, we have they have the patches already, bro. I wonder if there's a patient out there that only does patches, because the same exact Zen, the same exact 1-to-4, 1-to-9 ratio with 88% THC in there, you can put onto a
Right.
patch. I wonder if there's a patient out there, and if there is, I would love to find out
Yeah.
if they only take the THC, the THC and CBD patches. That'd be smart.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think that would be one of the easiest ways to do it.
That's probably that's the only long-term effect I haven't thought about. If there's no injection you can take, there's no nothing.
Well, again, like you said before, you said what, 4 hours
Yeah.
with a gram?
Yeah.
And you think, okay, well, 4 hours for 1 gram, and you're awake, 12 or at least 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And
that 4 hours is
16
being
hours
very,
at least.
very, very lenient.
Yeah.
Onset time, you look any of the paperwork up scientific, they're going to tell you your onset for smoking is 1 to 3, 2 to 3. 4 hours is giving you a lot. Because I want to go from completely nothing to completely everything.
So-
that's everything.
Yeah, to feeling much better.
Yeah.
We had a question on Facebook from Charles. He said, "How long will this take to go into effect?" I was reading the article and I didn't see when that would go through.
Well, it goes in front of legislation. It goes for legislation this week.
Right,
So
but they had until the 15th to get things going.
yeah. Now, oh, sorry about that. Trulieve and yeah, we'll take off. Trulieve and the dispensaries are ready to go live now. They're ready to start selling stuff now. That'd be a good question to go ahead and shout to the dispensaries and see when they're gonna do that, because everybody's good to start selling now. If you look on their posts and everything, everybody has the bud out. I wonder if that is true.
Yeah, I mean, I know they interviewed one of the dispensaries and they said they're ready to go. They're just waiting for the okay to get everything settled. How do you think that's going to change? For like, for instance, Green Relief. The doctors making the suggestions and the prescriptions. What do you think that's going to change for them? I mean, are they going to prescribe more flour more often, or is it still going to be base by base?
Doctors are going to listen to me. Any physician who is not educated, and that's a lot out there, that's probably 82%, 85%.
Go ahead and just say 85.
Yeah, honestly, about
Just round
85% out there
Round it up.
of physicians out there that is just recommending medical cannabis out there.
Yeah.
They're going to go out for cannabis. They're going to say, go ahead and get this, go ahead and get that. You want to know why? It's going to increase their sales. Patients are going to come back in.
Yeah.
I wonder how the state of Florida is going to direct this 35-day thing. Because before, patients are told to come in once every 70 days. Are we as offices going to be scheduling this out for the 210 days? Let's do this. What's 35? Because it's 35 days. And what I'm doing right now is 210 days. That's how long every patient in the state of Florida can get their recommendation for before they come back in to see a physician. Okay? By law, which is stupid. But 210 divided by 35, that means 6. So we're taking 6 scripts on out for a patient to go ahead and smoke cannabis. Wow, that's tough.
So that's, are you saying that's 6 months then?
No.
No.
Well, it is. That's 7 months. The 7 months. But basically, what I broke down was the 210 days. Because the state of Florida tells us, okay, marijuana is not legal, meaning the bud.
Right.
Patients are going to go buy it. This is how we have to do it. They already told us it's 210 days, so it's 3 70-day scripts a patient gets.
Yeah.
So you have to break up 210 days divided by 35. So that's 6. So in our system, and which one day we should do a show about this. We should take screenshots to show them. In our system, we have to schedule out 3 different scripts, start on June 1st and then the next day. So we'll have to do the same thing with smoking cannabis. But I think they should regulate that a little better. They should, and also we don't know what the hell patient buys right now regardless. So honestly, regulating it doesn't make sense because we only can see what you last purchased from the last dispensary.
Yeah, we talked about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We got to figure out a way to do this, but that's going to be 6 scripts. So if a patient goes in there, you might as well pass recreational next. Honestly, I don't.
I mean, it's good, but at the same time, it's like, what are we waiting for? Like, why?
We're trying to do it medical, but we're not even giving us a chance.
Yeah, exactly. It's like kind of in limbo.
You could possess 4 ounces at a time, but you only can purchase 2.5. But you're telling patients to smoke this with you, but then you want them to buy the products that has tobacco or not tobacco in it. You can't buy bongs. So they're not smoking just a ganja by itself. So they need something to roll it with.
Got papers.
Every single smoke shop out
Filters.
here is so happy. Listen to me on this. Every single smoke shop is going to be stupid happy. It's every single person now is going to come in there. And then what I want to do about the tobacco places, I want they're going to change the law. Because now marijuana is legal. You can't go into a smoke shop and say marijuana. You can't say I'm going to smoke this.
You got to say water pipe.
Yeah. But at 609, you'll be able to say whatever you want.
Well, so one of the things about this bill, and they call it SB 182, which is the Senate Bill 182.
Senate Bill 182. We all know about that. Great. I'm happy you said that again.
Yep. And they said patients can get up to 6 months of supplies before getting a new prescription for physicians. Right.
So if they're going to do 6 months, and we have to do it, break it down a little different.
Right.
That still doesn't make sense.
That's what I was saying. When you're breaking down the math, it wasn't.
Because 6 months, 35 days, but then the script for 35 days is 5 weeks. So how can they do? I don't understand that. I need help because February was 28 days.
Well,
We're 12,000 patients strong, and I'm confused, guys. That's bad.
patients can get up to 6 months of supplies before getting a new prescription from physicians.
So then they changed the law regardless. They contradicted their own self because the law now is seven months. So it's not 210 days.
Right.
So it's 6 months for 6 months for weed, 7 months for everything else. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
tell me. Am I misreading this?
Yeah, I'm.
Or
That's-
am I misinterpreting what you're reading?
No, that's exactly what I'm reading it as. Because you're telling me one thing, and then I'm reading it here, and the 70 days, the 210 days,
Yeah.
like it's not adding up.
I wonder if they thought about the law and put this. This is crazy. I wonder if they really sat down and be like, okay, guys, I understand the 35-day part because regardless of any month, that's still 5 weeks.
Yeah.
That was the smartest thing they did. The 210 days was stupid because only 365 days in a year. Now they're trying to regulate it for 6 months. Your card is only active from the day you get it to the day you get to the next year, that same date.
So it's on a calendar year.
It's crazy, man.
Well, my question is now, where was Nikki and where was Holly Bell when they were discussing all of this?
Thursday evening you got cash, so maybe they got their paychecks on Thursday. They deposited it, borrowed Friday. Shit, I don't know, man.
I'm just curious,
They
like
don't want to talk to us, so shit.
if it's at at a point where you're dealing with if you put me in charge of cannabis
Mm-hmm.
and we're voting on something with cannabis, I would assume there would be some kind of direction or some kind of advisory board or something that you could put together to say, hey, this is what we recommend. This is what we have now. So these these people in Tallahassee have an idea of what they're actually voting on, and then they don't contradict themselves, or not contradict, but everything kind of lines up like it should.
Yeah.
Instead of it having, well, for ganja it's going to be this, and then for tinctures and oil it's going to be this. It's confusing as it is, and we're doing this show and we're trying to work this out, but for the average person, they have no idea what's going on.
None.
And they might see a headline on Facebook or something on Instagram or whatever, and they get the wrong idea and they think, oh, it's legal now. I'm going to go to the smoke shop and just, go ahead and get fucking ganja and get 2.5 ounces. But that's not how it works. Now, before we keep going, I wanted to just say that if you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and go to agreenrelief.com/get started, fill out the patient paperwork. Make sure that you look at our locations because we are expanding. We do have some doctors that we are working with again, that are new to A Green Relief family. So we are getting ourselves out there more. And again, like us, comment, share, and take a screenshot of you following us on anything that we are getting our message out on, because then we'll give you that T-shirt, spread the word, educate people. That's what we're doing. And I think, let's see, do we have any questions on Instagram? I don't think so. I didn't see any. Do you have any comments on anything with the flower being passed? Any last closing remarks?
I just want to see what they're going to tell us. When's the email going to come out? How are they going to facilitate it to us? Because last time they made the doctors take the 2-hour course. Are they going to make physicians retake the course on to properly educate them? I bare minimum, maybe, because there's no way the bud wasn't on the course the first time they took the course. So
they'll probably have to do that.
But they had to redo it for suppositories. Why? Yes or no? That's a new product that came out. They'd have to do it for patches. If we're talking straight up, we're talking another form of getting marijuana, and that's what the hell smoking it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is the buds marijuana?
Yeah.
Suppositories another way, patches another way, creams are another way. So tell me what we're gonna do here. Now I just want to understand so we can understand the patients. And we have right now all of our patients are getting called back starting tomorrow morning 9 a.m. If you're a Green Relief patient, your phone will ring, you'll get a text message, and you'll get an email to come in and see our physician. It's going to be $50. Where that's the cheapest. You can go around and see anybody. $50. We're educating you guys. Grinders, papers, how to roll, how to smoke, every single thing that you need so you're not getting your head bust. Products you can buy here. Anything that you need to get your medication done, that's what we're going to have here.
you know what we should do? I don't know about the technically the legality of this, but maybe we should consider kind of like the demos that we were doing with the pens. When flower is fully legalized, I mean, in the sense of medical marijuana patients can get them. Maybe we'll do a show where we break down. We got a grinder. We grind it up. We roll it. We can show you what Keith is. Show you what that.
Can
is.
you roll?
I can't roll.
Yeah, I can't roll either. My wife rolls for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get your wife on. Maybe we'll be the commentators while she's rolling the play-by-play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's down because you can see what we smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that actually.
Okay. I'll be Tony. Or you'll be Tony Romo, and I'll be the other guy.
I'm done looking at Romo. Come on. You didn't even know me, Romo. I was a fuck on that ball, baby.
Oh,
And I definitely wasn't just Desmond Simpson go like that. So there's two. And he didn't get a ring. That's 3 over 3 on my book.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Okay. That was kind of a.
Tony Romo's probably the best football commentator there is out there.
He is.
I love him. He knows the plays where it happens. But why are you so smart and you were so trash? He had Roy Williams. He had T.O. He had it all. He had a chance. He had Jason Witten's prime. Like, come on now. He had Roy Williams, and he was hot that year coming out of Detroit. Traded a first, third, and a fifth round pick for him.
Do you think he was as good as, or do you think he had a good as team as Brady does now?
No, I think Brady has the best coach in the NFL. I think Brady is
not the coach, but like the team, like
fuck
the players.
Brady has nobody in the squad. Let me tell you something, bro. Brian Belichick, how the fuck you want to call him Belichick?
Belichick.
He is the smartest man to ever understand a person's strengths and weaknesses.
Oh yeah. He
doesn't draft you off what the fuck you did in college. That motherfucker looks at your 3-cone shuttle.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf on a 4.31 40. What the fuck I'm looking at? Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year, has the fastest 3-cone in the NFL this year. That means from line to there, you're off rip. Your first 3 steps, think about your 40 speed on that. That's what I care about. Like little small things like that. It's a fucking genius. Look at them with Courtney brothers.
Have you ever done the kind of drill before?
No. I was never. I could throw. I have a cannon. I can't do that though.
It's tough. It's tough. I trained some high school and collegiate athletes, and they had to do. We would test them periodically, and you try to do that, dude. It will put you it'll put it into perspective how quick these guys are.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Belichick, he's smart. He go like that. That's what I kind of I try to base my shit up. I don't. When I look to hire somebody, I look to work with somebody. It's not about what you did before.
Right.
What's your strengths? Like, how can I use your strength? I try to fucking find your weakness. I tell you this now. I'm a fucking prospect. I want to know where you're weak at so I can make you strong.
Yeah.
Because if you're on my team, fuck, we got to get better.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's part of the reason. Honestly, I think Green Relief is so different than Doc and J or any other recommendation service. It's because you're authentic, you're genuine, and you're going to bring people on who are.
Shit, I ain't about to get beat up. You know, all the boys, the gangsters out there, they're going to think that authentic, genuine shit's like a shot at them.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
You know this? They just don't know medicine. They are a bunch of people that have money, and I respect y'all. And I don't respect y'all medically. I take that back. I don't respect y'all. You guys are just cashing out. I know your egos are going to put it to where you don't want to come out and talk to us, but it's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. It's all right.
All right, guys. I think that wraps it up for today. We were talking football and everything like that. So, again, once more, make sure you guys are subscribing. We'll be back tomorrow at noon. We're going to be talking a little bit more about everything. And make sure you go to A Green Relief. That's with an A. So agreenrelief.com/get started. Fill out the patient paperwork. And real quick before we head out, if somebody goes on there, well, how fast could you get an appointment?
ASAP. Every day, Monday through Saturday.
You can, if you fill that paperwork out, you can get scheduled that day.
You can call right now and get seen. 407-572-8643. That's it. Instagram, Facebook, you know what to go with. It's that simple. Okay. It's like what Missy said. She's the only office that can call and get seen ASAP. By the same person. You don't have to worry about getting your script changed. You don't have to worry about going to the dispensary and, I talked to my doctor about CBD products. I want to go to sleep. I don't want that euphoria effect of the THC in the bud. They might not have the indica right now. They might have the indica with a high THC strain. Let me get some tincture droplets. Let me get some gummies. Can't do it. You got to contact your doctor because the state of Florida is so stupid. You're not able to buy THC and CBD products at the same time, but you can do all this other shit. You got to contact your doctor office. If your doctor doesn't have your passcode, how are you going to go on there? You're screwed. Fuck, it's stupid, man.
I'm winding you up. It's only Monday.
Yeah, man.
We still got a lot more time this week. All right, guys. So you can go same day if you're feeling like, hey, this, like this whole medical marijuana thing with the flower now that it's legalized. If you want to come in, get your own script, get into a dispensary, and get yourself medicated. Do so. You can do it ASAP. You can do it today.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Sean. This is Carrie, and we'll be back tomorrow for another episode.
Thank you, guys.